Good day. Welcome to my video presentation entitled Preserving the Past, Exploring Cultural and Historical Heritage Sites in the Philippines. I am Angel Vince Jovel J. Palma, a first year student taking Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Block A. Introduction. The Philippines is a country rich in cultural heritage, with a diverse history that reflects the influence of various civilizations that have occupied its lands over the centuries. From pre colonial times to the present day, the Philippines has been home to a wide array of cultural practices and traditions that have been passed down from generation to generation. Let's explore some of the most intriguing heritage sites in the Philippines, from ancient archaeological sites to traditional festivals and churches that have been preserved through the ages. First, we have the Banawi Rice Terraces. The rice terraces of the Philippine Cordilleras is an outstanding example of an evolved, living cultural landscape that can be traced as far back as 2 millennia ago in the pre colonial Philippines. The terraces are located in the remote areas of the Philippine Cordillera mountain range on the northern island of Luzon, Philippine archipelago. While the historic terraces cover an extensive area, the inscribed property consists of 5 clusters of the most intact and impressive terraces located in 4 municipalities. The Pintados Kasadian Festival. The Pintados Festival is a cultural religious celebration in Tacloban based on the body painting traditions of the ancient tattooed Pintados warriors. In 1986, the Pintados Foundation Incorporated was formed by the people of Tacloban to organize this festival in honor of Senior Santo Niño. Years later, it was merged with the Kasadian Festival, which is always held on June 29. The Barasuane Church. Barasuan Church, or Our Lady of Mount Carmel Parish, is a Roman Catholic church built in 1888 in Malolos, Bulacan, Philippines. It is about 42 kilometers from Manila, having earned the title as the Cradle of Democracy in the East, the most important religious building in the Philippines, and the site of First Philippine Republic. The church is proverbial for its historical importance among Filipinos. The Sinulog Festival. The Sinulog Santo Niño Festival, as known as Sinog and Sulog, is an annual cultural and religious festival held on the third Sunday of January in Cebu, with the center of the activities being in Cebu City, and the center of the Santo Niño Christian celebrations in the Philippines. Intramuros. Intramuros is Spanish for within or inside the walls is the 0.67 square kilometer historic walled area within the city of Manila. Intramuros served as a seat of government of the Captaincy General of the Philippines, a component realm of the Spanish Empire, housing the colony's Governor General from its founding in 1571 until 1865, and the real Audiencia of Manila until the end of Spanish rule during the Philippine Revolution of 1898. The Vigan City. Vigan City, located in the province of Ilocos Sur in the Philippines, is known for its well-preserved Spanish colonial architecture. The city's historic center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with cobblestone streets, ancestral houses, and antique shops that give visitors a glimpse into rich cultural heritage. Its unique blend of Spanish and Filipino influences make Vigan City a charming destination for history buffs and cultural enthusiasts alike. The Corregidor. Corregidor is a small rocky island located at the entrance of Manila Bay in the Philippines. It is known for its historic significance as a key military stronghold during World War II, with its many forts, barracks, and batteries still standing as a reminder of its past. Today, Corregidor is a popular tourist destination attracting visitors for its scenic views, war memorials, and historical tours. The Rizal Park. Rizal Park, also known as Luneta Park, is a historical urban park located in the heart of Manila, Philippines. It is named after the national hero Jose Rizal and serves as a tribute to his legacy. The park features a statue of Rizal, a large open green space, gardens, ponds, and historical markers. It is a popular spot for locals and tourists alike to relax, exercise, and learn about Philippine history. The Bahay Chinoy Museum. Banay Chinoy Museum is a cultural institution in Manila, Philippines that showcases the history, art, and culture of the Philippine Chinese community. It features exhibits on the contributions of the Chinese immigrants to the Philippine society, as well as their struggles and achievements throughout history. The museum also holds educational programs, events, and workshops to promote cultural understanding and appreciation. The Chocolate Hills. Chocolate Hills are a unique geological formation in the Philippines, consisting of over 1,200 cone shaped hills scattered across the island of Bohol. The hills get their name from the brown color they turn during the dry season, resembling chocolate kisses. The Chocolate Hills are a popular tourist destination known for their stunning natural beauty. The MacArthur Landing Memorial National Park. It is a historical site located in Palo Leyte, Philippines. It commemorates the landing of General Douglas MacArthur and his troops on the shores of Leyte during World War II, marking the beginning of the liberation of the Philippines from Japanese occupation. The park features a large memorial statue of MacArthur and various monuments that pay tribute to the courage and sacrifices made by the Allied forces during the war. The Basilica Minore del Santo Niño. It is a Roman Catholic basilica located in Cebu City, Philippines. It is one of the oldest churches in the country, dating back to the 16th century. The basilica houses the Santo Niño, a statue of the child Jesus that is believed to be miraculous. The basilica is a popular pilgrimage site for Catholics and is known for its annual Santo Niño de Cebu festival, which draws thousands of devotees from around the world. The Mactan Shrine. Mactan Shrine is a historical landmark located in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. It commemorates the Battle of Mactan, where Chief Lapu-Lapu and his warriors defeated the Spanish forces led by Ferdinand Magellan in 1521. The shrine features a larger-than-life statue of Lapu-Lapu, as well as mural depicting the battle. It is a popular destination for tourists and locals alike who want to learn about this important event in Philippine history. The Fort San Pedro. It is a historical military defense structure located in Cebu City. It was built by the Spanish under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi in 1565. The fort has served various functions throughout its history, including as a stronghold against Muslim raiders and as a prison during the Philippine Revolution and the American occupation. Today, Fort San Pedro is a popular tourist attraction and a well-preserved example of Spanish colonial architecture in the Philippines. The Malolos Cathedral, also known as the Minor Basilica of Our Lady of Immaculate Conception, is a historic church located in Malolos, Bulacan, Philippines. It is known for its beautiful architecture and rich religious history, as it has been the seat of the Diocese of Malolos since 1962. The cathedral is dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary and is a popular pilgrimage site for Catholics in the region. Its interior is adorned with intricate details, stained glass windows, and religious artwork, making it a must-see attraction for visitors to the area. The Magellan's Cross. Magellan's Cross is a historical Christian cross located in Cebu City, Philippines. It is said to have been planted by Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan upon arriving in the Philippines in 1521. The cross symbolizes the introduction of Christianity to the country and is a popular tourist attraction in Cebu. The San Agustin Church. San Agustin Church is a historic Roman Catholic church located in Intramuros, Manila. It was completed in 1607 and is one of the oldest stone churches in the country. The church is known for its Baroque architecture, intricate woodwork, and beautiful frescoes. San Agustin Church has been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a popular tourist attraction in Manila. The Pahiyas Festival. Pahiyas Festival is a colorful and lively celebration held in Lucban, Quezon in the Philippines to honor San Isidro Labrador, the patron saint of farmers. The festival is known for its vibrant decorations made of colorful keeping, fruits, vegetables, and flowers that adorn the houses along the main streets of Lucban. The Baroque Churches. Baroque churches are characterized by their ornate and elaborate architectural style, featuring grand, sweeping designs with intricate decorations and embellishments. Inside, these churches often have dramatic use of light and shadow, vibrant colors, and a sense of movement and dynamism. They were built during the Baroque period in 17th and 18th centuries and are typically associated with the Catholic Counter-Reformation. Lastly, we have the Bonifacio Shrine. It is a national monument located in Manila, Philippines, which commemorates the life and legacy of Andres Bonifacio, a key figure in the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. The shrine features a towering monument of Bonifacio holding a bolo and a flag surrounded by a park and a museum that showcase artifacts and memorabilia related to the revolutionary leader. It is a popular site for tourists and locals alike to learn about the Philippine history and pay tribute to one of the country's national heroes. In conclusion, the cultural and historical heritage of the Philippines plays a significant role in shaping the country's identity and sense of belonging. From the rich traditions and diverse cultural practices to the numerous historical landmarks and artifacts, the Philippines' heritage reflects the intertwining of its indigenous roots and colonial past. Preserving and celebrating this heritage is crucial in promoting national pride and understanding of the country's unique cultural heritage. It is essential for future generations to appreciate and respect the cultural and historical legacies that have been passed down through the ages. And that would be all. Thank you for listening.